Alright, I'm back again. Hopefully this time no interruptions. Now, I sincerely hope you don't mind me splitting this up into two parts. I didn't have to, it really wasn't necessary, but fate just hates me. And since I don't want to go back and re record all that, it's really short, but I mean, if you want me to re record it, then I can just do that. But I hope you're okay with two split up videos. I can just put them together in a playlist, make them easier to digest, if that helps. But I feel like such an idiot now, but fate just really hates me. We covered adventure mode, and now we're going on to nightmare mode. Ah, you seek to survive a nightmare. A tale of death and despair, depression and desperation, failures and futility. Does this describe your intended experience? Yes, it does. If it's a nightmare you want, then that's what you shall receive. Please enjoy Outbreak, Red Sky. I wake up to a blinding white light glimmering through the blinds at the side of my room. Reaching my arm to the left, I feel a newly empty space. Damn. If I'm honest, I'm not at all used to somebody leaving this early, let alone even before I wake up. Maybe if I pray hard enough, I'll finally have met someone that's in my league. It's taken long enough. Ooh, we had a one-night stand? Jeez. In any case, I better be getting ready for school soon. I'm already 15 minutes late. If the circumstances were any different, maybe that'd be an issue, but that place wouldn't fucking dare do something about it. So I'll take my time. That's a scream. Hop up into my feet in less than a second. What the fuck was that? A scream? There it goes again. The screaming continues. It's coming from downstairs. It can't be her, right? That voice is way too vicious to be a girl's. I pick up my baseball bat from its rack underneath all those trophies. Jesus. I open my door and begin twirling the bat around in my hand. What is going on? I briskly hop down the stairs, feeling just as safe as I was a minute ago upon waking up. I've probably dealt with bigger than whatever is going on outside. Upon reaching my door, I place my hand on the handle and ready my other to strike. I'm still half asleep at this point when I'm awoken once again by a third loud scream. Fuck it. I swing open the door and launch my right arm towards the silhouette in the frame. I feel the collision vibrating through my entire body before I can even make out the gender of the figure at my door. I met with a sudden exclamation. Fucking, what the fuck, guy? The bright whiteness of the outside world quickly dissipates enough for me to see my best friend standing in the doorway. Jesus Christ, man, what's your problem? Not sure if my memory is that bad, but I recall you screeching repeatedly at my doorstep, asshole. His name is Burunansai. Yes, I know best friend isn't the first term that'd come to mind, but I've known him since I moved here a decade ago. He was the first guy that even spoke to me on my first day in school. Well, not that it matters much. The school pretty much belonged to me by the end of that week. Not one person in the fucking neighborhood doesn't know my name, and that's the way it should be. Jesus, you were threatening guy, huh? I really hate you. Burnside tells me with this relaxed, comedic tone. I don't blame him. If he was serious, I could ruin his life in a day. That's why he's my friend. He has a fantastic brain. Jesus Christ, wow, that is one badass main character then. Here's an idea. How about you take your ass back upstairs and get dressed? Standing on the doorstep in your underwear makes you look like you're special. If anyone else had said this, I'd break their skull, but Burnside is an extremely noteworthy exception. Chop chop, Duo's waiting. Fucking Duo, huh? Got some words for that, asshole. Give me a minute. Jesus, the swearing is a lot heavier in nightmare mode than it was in adventure mode. I counted a total of 2 F-bombs in that entire thing. And here is already, 10 in the first 10 sentences. That is just... Slowly closing the door, I walked to my bedroom and started to get dressed for school. First my shirt, then my pants. Following that, my socks, tie, and sweater. And finally my blazer, watch, glasses, and shoes. Oh, you wear glasses. Wow, you're a badass with glasses. After that, as Burensai begins to get agitated, he sees me walk through the door and I lock it. We going, or are you going to hold us up for another 5 minutes? Just walk, man. I say this while nudging his shoulder with mine. We both check as Duo Casio comes into our view. That's a complicated name. Hey, Duo, where the fuck did you go yesterday, huh? Burensai behind me gestures for Duo to start walking, which he does, leaving us all walking in the line to school. Wow, that seems to be using some of classic MC sprite, from Suka. That's a guy? I mean, I don't mind if it is. I know long-haired male, it's not a problem, but, I'm sorry. That's not my type of place. I cut him off. What, being lonely in your bedroom is? Duo stays silent. He ditched us at a party last night. We were trying to get the guy laid, but he isn't exactly what you tend to call a people person. Burnside chimes in. Jesus, Duo, don't look so down. We'll get you there one day. Burnside and I laugh once again while we continue to walk. Why is he even friends with these assholes? About 15 minutes later, we find ourselves greeted at the school gates by another friend, Asahi. Wow, watch too much DBZ in your spare time? That hair. I'm not laughing at it. That is some amazing hair, my guy. Top notch anime hairstyling. I love it. What the fuck is going on, guys? 35 minutes. Do you three not own a watch? I leave Asahi feeling defeated as I hold up my 15 million yen watch and flaunt it in his face. But Inside's quick to respond. At least Asahi can read without a piece of plastic. As we walk into the courtyard, we're met with the usual morning greetings. Dozens of students already in their classes looking at us in what could almost be described as awe or shock. Jesus, it never gets old, does it? Asahi says with the largest grin I've ever seen on his face. I respond to him with the casualness that he, as well as everyone, has come to expect from me. It got old on the second day. We know we're better than them. No need for it to be reiterated again and again. Wow, these guys are ego central, aren't they? Duo can't help but smirk at that comment. It's probably the only time he's ever been complimented. Actually, that gives me an idea. Except you, Duo. Duo's smile fades quickly, but Inside bursts out laughing, which draws the gaze of the student body even more. Their eyes remain fixated on us. I'm almost obligated to keep a straight face. After all, I've got a reputation to uphold. Jesus Christ, why does Duo even hang out with these assholes? Poor guy. In the school's doorway, the principal waits for us as usual. At this point, we pretty much ignore him as we change our shoes in the locker room. Though every few seconds we throw in some words of agreement. Today's been pretty normal so far. I just wish I could run into her again before school ends. Probably not, let's be honest here. After the first lesson, Buddha and myself headed to the principal's office to check out our exam results. 100, 100, 100, 100, and 100. A perfect 600, as expected. I glance over to see Buddha and results. The numbers are fairly distributed between 70 and 95. 74 in biology, 81 in English, 84 in chemistry, 88 in mathematics, 90 in physics, and 93 in Japanese. That'd be 510 total, so about 85%. Not too bad. I'm impressed, actually. Of course, I'd never let him know that. As a matter of fact, he should be treated as if anything less than 100% is utterly unacceptable. That's how I became a prodigy, at least. Not one above 95. You're losing it, man. But Inside looks back at me defeated. I can tell he's really hurt by that statement. I believe that's a cue to carry on. If you don't pick up the pace, you'll be dropped to class 2 in no time. Like that asshat, Alex. Jesus Christ. Yeah, again, Alex is like the name I picked for my character. For usual mods, anyway. You said it better than Asahi. That's your bar? No wonder you've become the class dipshit. You're only focusing on being better than someone with 15 brain cells. Jesus Christ! What is this? This totally doesn't feel like a toxic relationship. Jesus Christ! This main guy is an absolute fucking dickhead. Christ on a bike. I never expected an MC that I'm playing as to be such a fucking asshole. I mean, not that I mind, it definitely makes things a bit more bearable and definitely different than most other mod MCs. This is definitely new, and yeah. Jesus Christ, he has this air of calling everybody an asshole and just having a ginormous ego. The mob of students watching us previously silently begin to speak quietly among themselves, which is mildly inconvenient. I raise my right hand ever so slightly and the noise dims substantially. Fuck, does it feel good to be loved. I think it's feared. Don't worry about it, I'm just messing with you. But Inside becomes a lot less somber. Besides, if anybody's heading down to class 2, it's that enlightened soul, Shido. Is that Shiro from Take 2? Why is that? Did you not hear? Apparently he totally fucked up. Genius managed to get a total mark of 355. Can't say I'm surprised. Guys from the fucking anime club. Yep, that's definitely Shiro from Take 2. But Inside visibly feels better, which leads me to just your left. We should probably get going to the theater. Duo's probably having a seizure thinking we ditched him. Yeah, let's go. I really can't be bothered to go to biology right now. I could make a comment about his subpar performance in that subject, but I decide to bite my tongue. Conveniently, the bell chimes just as we decide to begin walking to the theater. Good thing we're skipping it. As we head down the stairs, we see a wounded girl stumbling into the bathroom, leaving a trail of blood at her feet. I could definitely make a joke about that, but it'd be too easy. Budensai, however, clearly isn't interested in joking. He even looks worried. Jesus, did you see a ghost or something? Budensai doesn't respond and starts breathing heavier and quicker. Budensai! I say this while snapping my fingers in his face. Seems to do the trick as his trance is broken immediately. Yeah, let's go. I look at him skeptically before realizing that he's probably just worried about that girl. Maybe he knew her, but I don't really care. Yeah, no, definitely. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I know I keep saying it, but god damn, this guy is an absolute dickhead. Jesus, why are these guys even friends with him? All he does is beat the ever-loving shit out of them verbally. Christ. What are these guys hanging out with Kai? He's the biggest prick I've ever seen. We enter the hallways as Budensai brings something up that I expected an hour ago. So, what'd you end up doing yesterday with that girl from our class? What does it matter? I mean, your house was empty this morning, but I saw her go up to your room as I left yesterday, so did something happen, or did you get rejected? You really think someone would reject me? Me of all people? Fair point. I thought I had him satisfied, but then he continued the conversation. So that means one girl from each club, right? Surprised they still fall for you that quickly. As awkward as this conversation is, it is pretty cool having an entire conversation based around my social accomplishments. Yeah, that last one though, convincing her was so obnoxious. It's almost as if she likes another guy. Probably does. I think you may have met your match, man. The fact that he thinks that pisses me off a little. I'm not exactly a fan of the thought that anybody's anywhere near my league. I laugh it off though. Showing anger is a sign of weakness, I suppose. Yep, no, I'm gonna keep it at this. Kai is a huge fucking asshole. I continue to head in the direction of the theater, but I can't shake the feeling that something is really, really wrong. As we reach the theater, hey, I've definitely seen this before in another mod, Project Outsider. Yeah, that's a really sweet mod. You should definitely check it out, by the way. It's fucking fantastic. As we reach the theater, we're met with Dio and Asai sitting in silence, seemingly waiting for us. Why is it so quiet in here? Who died? But Asai's entrance spit a smile on Asai's face. He responds, God knows. Maybe the 250 students that went home ill today. 250? What the fuck? Jesus, have we been hit with the black fucking death? I'm hit by a glance from Budensai, which is obviously referencing the girl we saw bleeding earlier. I try to forget about it. I've still got 4 lessons left in the day. I hear the final bell of the day go, so graciously let me leave the absolute horror of mathematics. I pick up my stuff and head towards the door. A second before I leave, I crunch a piece of paper from a student's desk and throw it at another classmate's head. Bullseye. Half the class turns to me and I begin to chuckle. Rightfully so, it was a fucking great shot. Is this guy a bully? Because if he is, then I can understand it. If he's your average run-of-the-mill school bully, then I can understand it. He probably is. But Jesus Christ, even to his friends, he's an absolute dipstick of an asshole. Like, God, words can't describe how much of a dick he is. Budensai follows me out of the class and we begin to speak as we walk. So, where are we going today, Your Majesty? Not a clue. Maybe Asai has a plan. She'll probably just going to go to the sports hall like always. Well, yeah, but if you haven't got a better plan, then this seems like our only option. Reluctantly, Budensai agrees and we start making our way towards class 4 as Duo catches up to us. I make it to the class and we see nobody. An empty room. Huh. Don't worry, Kai. He's probably just down in the sports hall like he usually wants to go. Let's go there, then. Duo's voice gets on my nerves, but we quickly traverse the school, at least until we hit a roadblock when we pass the same bathroom that girl stumbled into earlier. The blood is still on the floor. Dried. At this point, most of the students and faculty have entered their clubrooms or went home. What the fuck is that? Budensai calls attention to a demonic groaning coming from the bathroom. Duo steps back and I inch closer. What's going on in there? To say that, the groaning comes to an immediate halt. The sound of footsteps gradually approach. Each foot crashes onto the floor, almost in consistent rhythm. 1, 2, pause. 1, 2, pause. Yeah, that's a zombie. A dark silhouette comes into view and jogs my direction. I slowly step back. The girl screams as loud as she can and continues to inch closer to me. I punch this broad in the face and her body collides with the floor like a wave of the rock. She begins to have what appears to be a seizure on the floor. Holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with her face? I hadn't fully realized what her face actually looked like until now. It's a light gray covered in blood, and has what appears to be a chunk of small intestine lodged in her teeth. Even after that blow, which would have knocked many athletes unconscious, the girl stands back up. She runs straight at me, which I'm soon to deflect to my right, and then unintentionally onto Budensai. This girl is taking wild, blind strikes at my best friend. I have to do something about it. I grab her by the collar and swing her onto the doorframe. Her body folds like a piece of paper. Blood spurts out from her abdomen. We've got to get out of here. Fuck that. She tried to take a chunk out of my best friend's shoulder. That's not the kind of thing I'll run away from. 3 others distance themselves from me and the girl. She's getting up. I punch her head back into the ground. Once again, she tried to bite me, but this time in by the thigh. A rubber skull smashed into the wall repeatedly. With a 3rd hit, I felt her body become lifeless and limp, and something told me to keep going. Something made me keep going. A 4th, then a 5th, and then a 6th. Each time it happens, more and more blood sprays over her blazer. By the time I'm done, the doorway is covered in the skull, skin, blood, and brain of this girl. I feel no remorse. Serves her right. Yeah, no, definitely the biggest ass I've ever met in my entire life. Even though... Oh, that music. Jesus Christ. Oh, I could jam to this. Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, she just saw me, and she did try to attack his best friend, but, like, Jesus. Could you make him seem like a little bit remorseful? Oh, to my right again. They've disappeared. Fuck them, I need to leave. I just killed someone, so every second I'm here is a second I could get caught. On my way to the entrance, I hear the crunching of someone's jaw, almost as if they're chewing through bone. I peer around the corner to see another student with light gray skin, a blood-soaked face, and human tissue hanging from their jaw. Another one? This time it's a boy, much larger and stronger than whoever that last one was. I may not be able to fight this one. I need to run. I turn back quickly and dash in the direction of the entrance. I can feel that guy sprinting behind me just as quickly, maybe faster. At this point, I can feel his arm striking my shoulder periodically, almost as if, again, there's a rhythm. Strike, pause. Strike, 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 pause. As I'm nearing a corner, I hear a voice call to me. Get down! I follow the instructions and drop to the ground with my arms around my head and neck. I feel a spray of blood come across my body, and then... nothing. I wake up to see a large rod piercing through this boy's face. A javelin. He falls to his knees before Budensai from multiple meters away calls again. You okay? What the fuck was that? Budensai approaches me with the 2 others by his side, all with a weapon. Budensai with another javelin, Asai with a baseball bat, and Duo with a cricket bat. Where the hell did you 3 go? It's the sports hall. You're the one who ignored us. Asai, they're right. I should have stuck with them. I pick my head back up. We've gotta go. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I know something's wrong in this school. You don't say. Budensai's sarcastic response warrants no reaction after what just occurred. Entrance is just ahead. We better get there quickly. As we walk through the halls, we start hearing the numerous screams of classmates and friends. We aren't 100% sure, but we can understand too well what's happening to those people. We reach the entrance to the building and we see no evidence of an attempt to escape, meaning everyone is still inside. The 4 of us step through the door before I have an idea. We need to brace these doors with something. Sports equipment. Jam the handles with them. I proceed to take Asai's bat and place them into the rightmost door. I'm gonna turn this thing down because it's a bit loud. Why would we just get rid of our weapons? Don't get me wrong, the music's fucking kick ass, but it's a bit loud. If all those things are still in there, then we can't risk letting them out. You heard the screaming. There are people in there. Do you think that matters? If we're followed, they'll kill all of us. And how likely even is it that someone will make it to the door? There's still a chance. I don't give a fuck if there's a chance. The bottom line is we need to make sure we're not followed, that we don't die. Budensai is silent. At least Budensai has fucking morality. Jesus, what are you guys hanging out with this prick for? All he does is either give you to fucking orders or tells you to fucking toss morality aside like it's no big deal. Any more objections? Without any further response, Budensai places his 2 javelins into the center and leftmost doors. Good. We begin to walk away when we hear what sounds like 3 girls running through the halls. They're speaking. Wait, I recognize that voice. I turn around. Oh my god, yes! Monica, what a nice surprise! I'm greeted with strange looks from everyone in the room except for Monica and her unconscious friend. So, where'd you disappear to this morning, huh? Oh, you slept with Monica? Oh, shit! Let me guess, that's gonna be the end of that? Yes, it is. Come on, you can't give me a taste of the actual main girls and then just end it like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind the original characters. They're nice, they're cool, they're awesome. I like them, but like, except for Kai, because he's a huge jackass and I don't like him at all. If you're trying to make him a bully, then I understand, but you could, at the very least, maybe tone it down a bit because he seriously feels like the biggest jerk I've ever seen. Seriously, holy crap, he's a dick. We hope you enjoyed Doki Doki Outbreak Red Sky. We're very happy to finally have this out, and we really enjoyed creating it. With this being said, these character stories are far from over. With any luck, you may become more familiar with them over the course of the main game. If you want to be a part of the development of this continuing story, then you're in luck. Our team is always looking for more developers of all kinds, specifically artists and programmers, as without them, the story simply wouldn't be possible to create. If you have any interest in joining the team, feel free to contact us through our Discord server. Or you can contact me directly on Discord at Astronova. Before you go, I highly suggest you play Adventure Mode if you haven't already. I already did that. It's a fantastic tale of a brand new character set in the first day of the Adventure Mode Outbreak, and is equally as enjoyable as Nightmare, if not more. I played both. We're truly looking forward to developing the first episode of the game, and we hope you're looking forward to it too. Well, that's the mod, and as far as I can tell, it's great. It really is good. I like it a lot. Adventure Mode was again, it was pretty short, but pretty darn good at the same time. Like we followed Ichi's, who turned into a zombie and then smashed his head through the window of the literature club, which seemed to scare the ever-loving fuck out of the members. And then we get the twist at the end of Nightmare Mode, where it was revealed that the girl that this prick Kai slept with was Monica. And I just love how you give us a taste of the main girls of the literature club right at the very end. Always right at the very end. For the most part, it's just the original characters, which again, I don't mind. I mean, that's actually pretty sweet. I like that idea. Just focusing mostly on new characters and not on the girls we already know and love. But you're still hinting at the fact that they're going to be involved. I mean, of course, otherwise you can't call it a Doki Doki mod, now can you? But anyway, that's my Let's Play of Doki Doki Outbreak Red Sky. I love it a lot, and I can't wait for episode 1 of Outbreak, so yeah, that's also my competition entry. So I sincerely hope I can enter both these videos. I really hope it isn't much trouble. I'll just put them in a playlist to make it a bit easier for the judging. But yeah, that's that. Hope y'all enjoyed. And yeah, see y'all later.